3 cost-saving tips if you're going to build a tiny house, or maybe you're already in the middle of building a tiny house. These are 3 things you can do to save money and put a little money back in your pocket that you don't have to spend on the tiny house. The very first tip for how to save a lot of money if you're going to build your own tiny house is the most obvious one, is build your own tiny house. So just do the work yourself and you'll save all that labor. You know what I'm saying? It's not cheap paying somebody to build a tiny house for you. I can tell you that right now. Do the work yourself and you're going to save a ton of money. That was tip number 1. Tip number 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's like 95.5. I got it. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, no. Friggin' dropped the phone down to the bottom story and it landed in a box down there with a bunch of junk. It might be time to take a break. Tip number 2 is finding really good deals on building materials and maybe even like free stuff. So I've tore down buildings before that I found online, like on Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. Called them, said, hey, I'm interested in the building. Went on a weekend, tore it all down. Like for the tiny house right here, all my metal came off of a golf hut from a golf course, and I filmed it, and there's video. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but it's on YouTube somewhere, of me taking this metal down. And I saved it and I reused it on the tiny house, and that's like a whole roof I didn't have to pay for. I did have to buy some rake metal that we got, boom, right there, and like, whoa, where's my finger? Like right up there. I had to buy some stuff, you know, I had to buy the screws and stuff like that, but I did not have to buy the metal, and that saved a ton of money not having to buy that. I also found one of the skylights, boom, right there, at Habitat for Humanity for 35 bucks. So with this design, steep roof, lots of windows, really wanted to bring the outside in. I thought to myself, this is a great idea. I hadn't considered doing a skylight yet at that time, but I saw it and I'm like, 35 bucks, boom, I bought it. So I was really happy with having a skylight on that one side that I went ahead and bought a new one for the other side so that each side would match. So I have paid full price for lots of stuff, but I've also paid really cheap prices or next to nothing for other stuff. So save money where you can. If you're willing to do the work, go tear something down, use some used lumber, which that whole loft right there is built with used lumber from tearing down a building. And used lumber, a lot of it's still good. You know, you're gonna have to deal with the nails or screws or things like that, but just dealing with it a little bit, popping some nails out, you can save a ton of money. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3.
All right, guys, it's hotter than a snail on a salt trail out here, and my dad needs something to drink. So we go ahead and grab that for him out of the truck over here in the ice chest. We got the Milwaukee ice chest. You already know. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, ho, ho, oh.
Okay, tip number 3 to save money is just go with a simple design, okay? This tiny house is not a simple design. That loft, you got different stages of your roof lines. I'm still not done yet because I have to do the roof over the front porch. So lots of roof lines means lots of time, which means more money, and it's that much longer before you can get moved into it or rent it out or just stay in it or whatever it is you're doing. It's just gonna take that much longer. All of these things I didn't do. Like, I did complete opposites of all these things that I've been talking about here recently, because I really want to share my experience in building this tiny house and things that went good, things that didn't go good. I want to talk about it and maybe it'll help you guys out. So that's tip number 3, is just go with a simple design. I'll get some B-roll, kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. There's just lots of different angles. The roof pitch is really steep. I pretty much did all that by myself. It was not easy. There's videos of every stage of building this tiny house. If you just hit the tiny house playlist, you'll be able to see it from the beginning until where we're at right now. So really appreciate all you guys being here. Hope you guys enjoyed the tips. I'm just trying to help. Hit the like, hit the follow, hit the notification bell, do all the things, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.
All right, guys, tip number 4 on how to build a tiny house for cheap. What you want to do, this is what I did, is I just had my dad build it for me. I haven't paid a single penny, and I'm getting a whole tiny house. So it's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good strategy if you want to get a tiny house for free. If you don't have a dad, maybe you could use like a grandpa or a stepdad or something like that if they really love you a lot. But yeah, tip number 4, just have your dad do it for you.